Hello everybody, welcome back once again. I've got another triangle strategy character guide for you. This time we are talking Hossabara. Hossabara is garbage tier. Hate to say it, but she is not good, and she is not good at all, unfortunately. So let's start out with accessories. I didn't really do much with her because at a certain point I was like, she's not usable, so I wasn't really equipping her with much of anything that was decent. I suppose if you're going to use her, it's probably better to just build her speed, so at least she can take more actions, because yeah, the defense and magic defense bracelets aren't really going to do her that much good. I suppose you do get the immunity out of these, right, if you can spare them, but I think I would rather just build speed. But anyways, all right, so we'll take a look at her stats here. So strength is 55, which is actually pretty solid. You know, middle of the road. She's not, super strong, but she's not really all that weak either. Physical defense, so she's getting an extra 4. So actually her base is 48, which means she's actually just below average when it comes to defense. Her magic attack is okay, not phenomenal though. And for a character that can actually heal, that's a bit of a shame, right? You'd really want to have more magic attack in order to make her heals a little bit better. I did actually have her equipped with some like a magic accessory of some sort early on in the game, but it's just so low, and she doesn't actually end up making a good healer anyway, that I don't really think that was all that great of an option. I do think that the speed is probably just better. So like double her up with like some speed amulets if you have any spares. Or rings, kind of whatever you can throw on her. Her magic defense is 44, definitely below average, and that's even with the 4, right? So her base is 40, meaning again she's actually below average for a even like I kind of view her as more of a, because she's not a healer. She can heal, right, with Be Brave, but it's not good, and it doesn't heal herself. Yeah, and the positioning is weak, or very weird with it too. So I just don't really know. She should have had better magic defense, probably 10 points higher at least. Her physical defense was okay, but her magic defense needed to be higher. Her luck is okay at 50, so she'll crit, semi-often at least. And her accuracy is actually good. Baseline speed is at 26. That's actually okay. Slightly above average, I would say, as far as speed goes. Evasion is, middle of the road. So not going to be evading a whole lot, but, better than some, certainly. Her jump is only 2. That's standard. Her movement is 6, though, so she can get around fairly easily. I think she does have, she's getting 1 point of movement from her weapon abilities, but... Alright, so we'll start out here. Unfortunately, she does have Knight's Bane, which is very similar to Roland, because she is on horseback, meaning she's going to take extra damage from spears, and that is a problem, right? So, basically, you're getting a little bit of extra movement, but you're paying for it by taking more damage from spears. I don't think that that's a good enough payoff. Sure, she has some advantages here when it comes to movement, right? So she'll gain 1 TP when moving 5 or more squares. Great. And so, you would want to have, really good movement in order to get that TP, but I don't think that it's worth it. Next up is Be Brave. Again, this is her heal, excuse me. The problem with this is she doesn't heal herself. This actually would have been a very, very solid ability if she could actually heal herself, but she can't. So, basically she can heal anybody or any of her allies that are adjacent to her, which again, great, but she needed to be able to heal herself too, because she takes tons of damage all the time. In 2 TP cost. Again, she really needed to be able to heal herself, which is one of the reasons why she's terrible. Cleave, so it says deal physical damage to enemies across 3 horizontal squares. Great, but she actually needed to have some sort of extra benefit to this, because all of the other characters that are able to cleave actually get some sort of benefit as well. So like Groma, has basically a cleave with her kick that immobilizes. Travis can, delay turns by using his ability that's a cleave. She just gets damage, and that's not good enough, honestly, and her damage is not good enough. So, you know, that's a shame as well. She just needed a little bit something extra on the cleave to be good. Trekking for TB, great, you know, but the problem is this is, it's going to really favor moving with her, and so, you know, aside from, like, let's just say you're moving, you know, I don't know, if she's, like, here, right, you can attack here, and then move across, and then move back on her following turn, right, so that you're kind of, you keep generating the TP by movement, but I play on hard mode, and most of the hard mode battles are not, you're not really moving a whole lot, and especially some battles, right, where you're just kind of hunkering down, trying to deal as much, you know, damage and absorb the damage as much as you can, and trying to stay safe. So she doesn't fit in with strategies for hard mode very well. All right, so let's move on. That's trekking for TP. But again, you know, one of those passives where it's like, okay, cool, I guess that's great when it actually works, but how often does it work, right? And how much is it doing work for you? Next up is pushback. This, I don't know if I'd say it's her best ability, but it probably is. I guess cleave is probably pretty close, but it does more damage. It says deal physical damage to a single enemy, knock them back 3 squares, and move forward 1 square. There's kind of questions on whether or not I like the moving the forward the 1 square or not, but whatever. It is what it is, and it doesn't always get you into a whole lot of trouble, but it's better if you can push back first and then move after, right? You don't want to move, then go for the pushback, because then you're stuck there and moving that extra square that you may not want to. And that can, you know, kind of mess up your tank line or something like that if that's what you're trying to set up. But yeah, strong, and does have some interesting uses as far as knocking people off bridges, or knocking into canyons, you know, any sort of thing like that, and setting up fall damage. So that probably is actually her best ability. Now, Desperate Defense is great. I gotta give her credit where credit is due. Desperate Defense is an amazing ability, and the good thing is, because, and she needs it, because she is always getting slaughtered. So Desperate Defense will always be very, very good for her. The problem is, you know, she gets hit so hard oftentimes that, okay, now she's been knocked below 50% HP, but even Desperate Defense can't keep her alive because she's so weak. So, good, but, you know, she needed, you know, probably better defense in some way to make use of this. But up and up, deal more damage the more TP you have. I can't tell you how disappointing this passive is. One of the worst passives in the entire game. It is a, I'll be honest, it is a effing joke how little damage this actually adds. Like, I honestly don't know what they were thinking. Oh, let's give her an extra, like, 6 damage for, you know, 2 TP or something like that. It's just stupid and absurd. Like, what a waste. Which also means that it's not even really worth promoting her. There are a lot of other characters that you've got that are going to benefit from a promotion item over her. So, she's garbage. And then Catapult, you know, kind of up there as far as abilities, and it's certainly interesting, but there are other people that do this better. So it says, send an ally flying to any location within 5 squares and raise their physical defense and magic defense for 3 turns. Basically, it's a warp from Quahog combined with Benedict's Bulwark ability. The problem is, it's so expensive. 3 TP for that? No thanks. I would rather use her TP on something else, like actually dealing damage, and save the, you know, throwing people and buffing people to the people that are actually better at it. What a garbage, you know, weapon skill. Like, she needed a damaging weapon skill. The problem with Hossabara is she's kind of like this half utility, half DPS character, where her heal is garbage, her damage is garbage, and then what little utility she has is laughable and better done by other people. So that's the big issue with Hossabara. She's just kind of, I would say she's a jack of all trades, but she really isn't. She's not good at anything. and it makes for a very, very disappointing character. So we'll see how comically bad she is in action here. I actually just wanted to show you this. So let's do. I'm gonna light wave her over to this, and you can just see how stupid and pointless up and up is. All right, so we'll use a cleave here on these two guys. This is gonna hit for like 103. Okay, and then I'll actually just move her out of range. I don't care about the follow-up ability. And now okay, great, I got some TP, right, because I moved back. Very cool. Alright, so now I'm going to actually restart this this battle. I'll show you the difference between her having a couple of extra TP and what that does for your damage. So we'll just retreat here. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's begin this again.
I see a path to victory.
You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with
leave everything to me.
Giving him anything or giving her anything. All right, so we'll do battle cry, right, to fill her TP all the way up. She needs it because she actually can't quite get to these guys. And then we'll just move her up. So again, keep in mind that other cleave did 103 damage.
All or nothing.
109 damage. 6 points of damage difference for 2 TP. So she gets 3 points of damage per point of TP? Really, guys? Garbage. Alright. Let's get out of here. Bang, just... what?
There is no
Alright, let's get out of here and we'll laugh at our weapon abilities too because they're terrible too. Garbage tier, I'm telling you. It's terrible. Alright, yeah, we'll cancel that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like... so what is she good at? I guess she's got a pushback, right, and a cleave. Okay, well, her pushback is better done by Avlora. And her cleave is better done by Travis. Yeah, anyways, alright. Alright, so she's got a potency. I mean, honestly, just don't use her, but potency increase, HP increase, physical defense, magic defense, and then luck. Go with the physical defense, then magic defense, then the HP, then potency, and then luck last. Tier 2, you've got potency, HP, and then you have to make a choice, right? Either Be Brave damage up, which is kind of funny, increases the effect of Be Brave. It should say Be Brave healing up, right? Like, you're not dealing damage with Be Brave, you're healing people with it, so that doesn't make sense, but fine. And then it says HP recovery for 2. So it says grants you and your partner a little HP when you perform a follow-up attack. I guess I kind of like that. It's okay, right? Because it actually can heal her. And that's the problem with Be Brave, is it can't heal her, right? So you either choose a little bit more damage or a little bit more healing. Look there, and I just said it, right? You do a little bit more damage, right? No, you do more healing with Be Brave, or you can actually get some heals by doing follow-up. So I like this one, honestly. I would rather get the little bit of HP because she needs to be healed all the time because she gets annihilated. And then you've got luck. So probably what I would do actually is buy this first, or get this first. So I do the HP recovery for 2. Then I'd go with the HP, then the potency, and then finish up with the luck. For her last tier here, honestly... it's do whatever you want. I mean, honestly, just don't, or don't. I think, like, she's one of those characters that I wouldn't spend any, because she's so bad, I wouldn't spend any materials on her until basically everybody else is done, right? But as far as her abilities go, I don't know. I guess the potency probably, and then movement, and then her garbage catapult last. You know, to be at least a little bit fair to her, there's some levels where a catapult's kind of fun, right? Because you can throw, you know, up onto like a roof. But again, Kalog can do that better, and he can do it cheaper. So, you know, it's just not good. It's too expensive for a combination of abilities that are better done by other people. So that is it. That's all I've got to say about Hossabara. I know this has just been me, you know, ragging on her, but I think it's deserved. She's a really terribly designed character, and she's garbage. So anyways, that is going to be it for this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.